being the spiritual leaders, or many are hirelings, to speak for us, we should not support that which is detrimental to us. So, whoever you are, regardless of your popularity, we should start really considering these people. See, it says something about society, the people you hold in high esteem and put on a pedestal. See, the women she mocked and SNL mocked are the women who struggled. You had women on slave ships bringing forth children, surviving. Women who were forced into sexual subjugation, surviving. And now you have a generation of black people here that's surviving, that exists because a black woman was strong enough and sacrificed. And now it's okay to make fun of her? I don't think so. No, now it's time to put her on the pedestal. That's what time it is. That's what time it is. Sisters like Harriet Tubman, right? Who this man made a quote-unquote tape about. It was supposed to be humorous, some illicit tape, some satire. This man's he's a multi-millionaire. How did he get the money? He got a lot of black dollars. I'm not saying all, because we don't buy the majority of his music. But we should not support such coonery, buffoonery, and ignorance. Just call it what it is. We should not support that. We should not support people who take advantage of our young babies sexually. And because they have some musical ability or genius, if you will, we look past what's done. We can't do that. We can't do that. And that says something about us. It says something about us. So I want to read something about the babies in the Bible, right, during slavery. Because she said that, hey, she would have been popping out super babies. Well, let's see what would have happened to them. What did Moses say was going to happen to our children while in slavery? In Deuteronomy 28:41, he said, "Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity." Right? That's what happened. That's what happened. And just to make another point. So now you've been another man's line laid with the slave master's laid with the black woman. And now she's pregnant. Now she has the baby. Now she's been raped, violated. Right? Has to bear a child, and then on the flip side is looked upon as a Jezebel. As a Jezebel temptress that tempted the slave master. So much so that he couldn't contain himself. No, he's like a beast. See, when you subjugate a people and when you treat them less than human, you become less than human yourself. In order to treat a person like a beast, you must first be one. And that's what European slave masters were. Beasts to us. And to our women and our children. I want to read something else from this book, Their Eyes Were Watching God. Because Hurston again puts it in the mouth of Nanny, the grandmother. When she was raped by the slave master, right, and had a child, now she's gained the wrath. Now she has to bear the wrath of the mistress of the house. So, this is from Their Eyes Are Watching God. She says, the master says to her, the mistress rather, she says, she said, what's your baby doing with gray eyes and yellow hair? She began to slap my jaws every way. I never felt the first ones because I was too busy getting the cover back over my child. See, that's the black woman. Getting beaten at the same time, trying to cover up the child. But the last lick burnt me like fire. I had too many feelings to tell which one to follow, so I didn't cry and I didn't do nothing else. But then she kept on asking me how come my baby looked white. She asked me that maybe 25 or 30 times. Like she got to saying that and couldn't help herself. Like she started saying it and couldn't stop saying it, right? So I told her, I don't know anything. But what I'm told to do, right? Like a mule. In the sense of labor. I'm not calling a woman a beast. I'm saying in the sense of labor. She said, what could she do? What could she do? No black man to protect her? She said, because I ain't nothing but an end and a slave. Right? See, that's nothing to laugh about. Instead of pacifying her like I thought, which was sensible, she's saying, look at the condition I'm in. Look at the position. Look at my lot. What am I supposed to do? She got madder. But I reckon she was too tired and wore out because she didn't hit me anymore. She went to the foot of the bed and wiped her hands on her handkerchief. See, this was right after she had given birth. I wouldn't dirty my hands on you, but first thing in the morning, the overseer will take you to the whipping post and tie you down on your knees and cut the hide off your yellow back. 100 lashes with a rawhide on your bare back. I'll have you whipped till the blood runs down to your heels. I mean to count the licks myself. And if it kills you, I'll stand the loss. Anyhow, as soon as that brat is a month old, I'm going to sell it off this place. Said, thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. See, that's what we've experienced as a people, particularly our sisters. To not only bear the pain of being objectified sexually and raped and forced to breed, but then the pain of childbirth and then the love that it takes to push forth that child and then to have that child taken away. See, that's nothing to play with. That's nothing to make fun of at all. It's a serious thing. And again, I'm not saying this from somebody who's a liberal. I'm saying this from somebody who was here, who got here because somebody, or literally my mother almost died having me. I got here because of that. And she got here. We all got here. Our people got here that are in this country. We got here. And we are alive and exist because somebody endured a terrible circumstance. Endured some terrible conditions. Some horrific conditions. Some dehumanizing conditions. But we're here. What are we doing in regard to their legacy? How disrespectful can you be? With my mama, you know, when I got out of line, I didn't get out of line too often. But when I did something that was out of line, my mother said something to me that it cut me to my core, to my inner being. She said something. It cut me to my core, made me feel minuscule. And it showed me immediately the audacity of my action. She just asked a simple 3-word question. She said, how dare you? How dare you? Right? So I asked SNL, how dare you? I asked all those who objectify the black woman in videos, in movies, on television, whatever it is, how dare you? I asked the black man who continues not to protect the black woman and to further the objectification of his woman, how dare you?